right, all right. And at this time, I have another very important person I want to bring up here, Mr. Keith Isbell. He's going to make a few words and let you guys know his story. So I'm going to bring him up. Let's hear some noise from Mr. Keith as he comes up.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? I got to get on this stage. Try not to fall off. I appreciate everybody being here. First and foremost, I will tell you I've been given about just a handful of minutes, so I will be quick. I am the 2018 Survivor story, and I am a survivor of stroke. I am a survivor of heart disease. I am a survivor of aneurysm correction, valve replacement, open heart surgery, stage 4 cancer, and as I stand here right now, I am fighting cancer for the second time. I am a survivor. And make no mistake about it, I'm also a fighter. Don't think for 1 minute, as I sit up here right now, that I'm doing anything. And by the way, I will finish the 3.1 miles. And you should feel guilty if you don't. What have I learned? A lot of life lessons that come with this. There are 4 strengths that I will quickly share with you, and it is this. I have learned emotional strength, which is simply this. It is a heart of gratitude. So when the voice comes of doubt and discouragement, that all of us, and it doesn't need to be as dramatic as this story, it can be anything that you're going through. When that voice comes, when you put your heart in a spirit of gratitude, those two things cannot coexist. Think of it as darkness and light, and the light is always going to win. Secondly, mental strength. Can you see your outcome? Can you see it? Because let me tell you, in a fight, in your fight, if you can't see the outcome, you can't deal with what's right in front of you, ever. And on your worst day, and I have most certainly had some, it has absolutely nothing to do with the pain that I have to go through right then. Because when it comes, I turn my eyes to my outcome. And in the latest fight, that is that I'll be cancer-free for the second time. Physical strength. Get up and move. Always. And on the day that you don't want to get up, whether you're dealing with an illness or you just don't want to, that is the reason why you get up. Because there are a lot of days I just don't want to deal with it. Sometimes it's a bad day. Sometimes I'm just sick. I'm sick of being sick. On those days, I get my butt up, I get dressed, and I go to work. Every single time. And the fourth and last but not least, spiritual strength. And I'll just simply say it this way. Coming from a guy that at one stage in his life said God is not real. God is incredibly real. And as I sit here, every time I turn around, I'm not rolling around with hangnails, or a bruised knee. I'm running into stuff that'll kill me. And every single time, there's a series of miracles. And I haven't decided yet if the enemy wants to shut me up or if God just wants to keep me around. But for as long as I am around, I'll find a stage, I'll find a microphone, and I'll give God the glory. Yeah! And I'll close with this. Here, ultimately, at the end of the day, is the best blessing that I have ever been given, and the only way I could have is to have gone through what I've had to go through, and it is this. I have spent my life believing in quantity. Quantity. How much money I could make. How many restaurants maybe I could own. Vacations. Quantity. Numbers. I didn't worry about this. There was no end, because there was just every single time that something came up, it was going to be okay. Until the doctor looks at me and says, "You've got a year to live." Which, by the way, I told him I was busy. Then I fired him. I think he's here somewhere. No, he's not here. He's not here. He's not here. So, but the blessing that's been given to me is simply this, is that now I wake up every single day in quality of life. Having a true quality of life. You know, somebody looked and said to me, "Hey, you need to be thinking about your bucket list." I'm 49. I don't have a bucket list. Okay? I don't want to jump out of a plane or, you know, ride a bull or whatever. Here's the bottom line. When my son says, "Hey, Dad, let's go for a ride," and all we do is talk. 18-year-old son, and this is a true story. I don't know the last time that we did that. That moment is quality of life. I don't need to go on a vacation. That moment. And I have been blessed over and over with these moments. I wish if any one of you hears nothing else, figure out a way to embrace every single one of those moments of quality. I promise you, it changes your life. You guys ready to go walk? Let's get it.
All right, let me hear some noise for Keith and Team Isbell as he goes. On behalf of the American Heart Association, we do want to give you an award. We thank you for telling your story and your strength and letting everybody know what it means to truly be a fighter and be persistent. Let's hear a round of applause as they take their picture.